Yes, you were. Right there, when we have to change. Right, we did send to the sun. I can't. I'm on registration. And then you were giving out t-shirts. Mine is what I do. I was doing that. But your friends. It's like very. Yeah. I didn't feel. Yeah. What is the red?
US Marine Corps.
We went through small meetings that I practiced that one to this. And because of the that it was it's college players have a clear training. Try out. And then. I think they don't expect. Wanted to say hi.
What is stuff you said here?
Understand why, but we don't get So I have like 15 bottles, which means that I could live 15 more years, because they're like. It's called less. Thank you. I know, I always get compliments on it. Like my niece and nephews, like, it's not like that's me. It's. And. They don't have that. Yeah, I mean, I can't. Yeah, I have to figure out some way to like get an advance my money.
Criminal warning.
Let's do it.
Everybody. Good evening. Let's call the local planning agency meeting to order. I'll ask for a roll call.
Mayor Weinberg,
Here.
Vice Mayor Cruz,
Here.
Commissioner Bloom,
Here.
Commissioner Friedland,
Here.
Commissioner Joel,
Here.
Commissioner Dr. Marks.
Here.
Commissioner Stern,
Here.
Mr. Lawson.
Here.
And Mr. Myers.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay, those that can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Item 3, approving the minutes. I need a motion to approve, please. Commissioner Freeland, seconded by Vice Mayor Cruz. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Bloom,
Yes.
Commissioner Friedland,
Yes.
Commissioner Joel,
Yes.
Commissioner Dr. Marks.
Yes.
Commissioner Stern.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cruz.
Yes.
And Mayor Weinberg.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, item 4, it's a quasi judicial procedure. So I will ask the city attorney to provide us with the procedures.
I know this is your favorite part of the meeting when I read this. Please be advised that the following item on the LPA agenda is a zoning hearing and is quasi judicial in nature. As such, the quasi judicial procedures of the city shall be invoked. This item, if you wish to object or comment upon the item, please inform the mayor when public comments are requested. An opportunity for persons to speak on the item will be made available after the applicant staff have made their presentations on the item. All testimony, including public testimony and evidence, will be made under oath or affirmation to the quasi-judicial item. Additionally, each person who gives testimony will be subject to cross-examination. If you refuse either to be cross-examined or to be sworn, your testimony will be given its due weight. The general public will not be permitted to cross-examine witnesses, but the public may request the commission to ask questions of staff and witnesses on their behalf. Persons representing organizations must present evidence of their authority to speak for the organization. Further details of the quasi-judicial procedures may be obtained from the clerk. Those are the procedures.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Can you just do that again? Madam Clerk, can you swear in anyone offering testimony?
Yes. If anybody will be speaking on this item, item 4 on the LPA agenda, I need you to stand up, raise your right hand and be sworn in at this time. If you'll be providing comments on this item, I need you to be sworn in at this time. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Thank you.
Please read the resolution, Madam Clerk.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Aventura, Florida, granting conditional use approval to allow the sale and service of alcoholic beverages at a cocktail lounge area within Gabby by Call Me Gabby Restaurant, located at 19565 Biscayne Boulevard, Unit 938 in the Aventura Mall, providing for implementation and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve? Commissioner Freeland, and a second, Commissioner Bloom. Community Development Director, you want to review this for us, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Commission. Very briefly, this is a conditional use request for a new restaurant in Aventura Mall called Gabby by Call Me Gabby. The reason this is before you is because the previous operator, while they did have alcoholic beverage approval, they did not have a bar lounge area, and this operator does want to have that, so it requires an additional conditional use approval. Conditional use approval requires a recommendation from the local planning agency, which we will then have a city commission hearing on this later this evening. The staff has reviewed this item, has no concerns with it, meets the criteria, and we recommend favorably. The owner of Call Me Gabby is here and represented by their counsel. If you'd like to hear from them, this is a picture of their current operation in Miami Beach, very successful there. We're looking forward to their operation here. And we do have a site plan available if there are any questions. You can kind of see the curvilinear bar area right inside the doors, which is the reason for this request. Available for any questions, or if you'd like the applicant to introduce themselves. Thank you.
I'll open for public comment.
Mr. Mayor, can I just interject
Please.
something?
Please.
But before you go to public comment, just wanted to mention to the commission, if anyone had any ex-party communications with the party or anyone else with respect to this matter, now's the time to disclose it on the record.
Any? Yes,
Yes.
Commissioner Freeland.
Yes, I do want to just say that I am familiar with the applicants and his family and their original restaurant, which is excellent. It's an incredible restaurant. And when they were hesitant and worrying about the time frame to get their liquor license, they did reach out to me and I did speak to them and I put them in touch with the city manager. So I don't want to disclose that on the record. But I'd also like to say that their operations in Miami Beach are excellent and it will be a wonderful new restaurant that I'm looking forward to in the city. Thank you.
Any other disclosures? Seeing none, I will open it for public comment. Anyone from the public, pro or con? Okay, I'll close it. I will say I'm surprised. All these college-age kids and no one has a problem with a bar in Aventura Mall? What is this world coming to? I'll let you speak if you want to or need to, but you might not need to. Any commission comment? Yes, Vice Mayor?
Just a quick question. What kind of restaurant and how many seats?
It's a restaurant. It's an Italian kind of restaurant, pastas, pizza, there'd be meats as well. And I think we have a total of 82 seats, 42 seats, I'm sorry. 42 seats indoors. So it's right across from the Pani, which is a similar restaurant with alcoholic beverage service. Again, but Commissioner Freeland took the words out of my mouth. It's a very successful operation on South Beach, and the food is very good as well. So I think you'll be very pleased. It'll be a very nice addition to your beautiful mall.
Thank you and best of luck.
If no other
I'm sorry.
commission comments?
I'm Ben Fernandez, 200 South Biscayne Boulevard, law offices of Burke, Howardell, Fernandez, Larkin, and Tapanus.
Thank you for identifying yourself. If there's no other commission comment, I'm just going to ask for roll call vote.
Commissioner Freeland,
Yes.
Commissioner Joel,
Yes.
Commissioner Dr. Marks,
Yes.
Commissioner Stern.
Yes.
Commissioner Bloom,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cruz.
Yes.
And Mayor Weinberg.
Yes,
Motion passes.
Thank you very
congratulations.
much.
I need a motion to adjourn. Commissioner Bloom, seconded by Vice Mayor Cruz. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned. Let's call the regular commission meeting to order. I'll ask for a roll call.
Mayor Weinberg,
Here.
Vice Mayor Cruz,
Here.
Commissioner Bloom,
Here.
Commissioner Freeland,
Yes.
Commissioner Joel,
Here.
Commissioner Dr. Marks,
Here.
Commissioner Stern.
Here.
Mr. Watson.
Here.
And Mr. Myers.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay. Mr. Manager, any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No, Mayor, not at this time.
Okay. So we go to proclamations and there's no special recognitions, no service awards, no charter school updates. So proclamations, it is, 1 second, please. Is Doug Bonds here? Not here, okay. We have a proclamation for multiple sclerosis awareness week. And I won't read it. We'll present it to the proper parties at the proper time. So we'll move on to the next special presentation, which is something that is dear to many of us. And I will read it. Whereas colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States among men and women combined. And whereas screening colorectal cancer can lead to earlier detection and save lives by allowing for the prevention and treatment of this disease. And Whereas although colorectal cancer is one of the few cancers that can be prevented by timely screening, it is estimated that only 1 in 3 people who are eligible for screening are doing so. And whereas there are patients and survivors within the city of Aventura, including our beloved Commissioner, Michael Stern, who are personally impacted by colorectal cancer and have joined together to spread the word about the importance of raising awareness about screening. And whereas the city of Aventura would like to recognize Aventura Commissioner Michael Stern as an advocate of fighting colorectal cancer and combined efforts to increase awareness and offer education on the importance of early detection and screening colorectal cancer. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Howard Weinberg, as mayor, and on behalf of the City Commission of the City of Aventura, do hereby proclaim March 2024 as Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Couldn't be more proud of what Commissioner Stern has been doing to raise awareness. He's actually been on a national campaign. I believe you're leaving on Saturday, am I correct, for Washington, D.C.? He is saving lives by the thousands with the work that he does. Last year's video actually won an award. I don't know how you're going to top it this year, but it's incredible. Anyone that wants to speak, I welcome. And then we're going to take a nice picture with this seal as we give you the proclamation. Any commissioners want to be recognized? Yes.
Commissioner Stern, I just want to say, we know that you're in the middle of this battle. You are so strong and such a wonderful advocate for all of those who are dealing with this. And we want to thank you for your strength and for your love for others. And we know that you're going to be okay in the end.
Yeah, I also want to echo Commissioner Dr. Marks's statements and say that Commissioner Stern, you are a hero and an inspiration to all of us here in the city, on this commission, and the whole city, the whole community. And it's one thing to be dealing with this terrible sickness as you have so gallantly. It's in addition to that, to go above and beyond on a national tour and doing all the incredible advocacy work that you're doing is really a shining example of who you are individually, but a reflection also of our city of Aventura and our community and what we're all about. So I commend you and I wish you continued success, good health, and you should be able to do this for many, many years to come.
Commissioner Bloom.
So Commissioner Stern, you and I go way back and we've shared so much of our lives together, getting married around the same time, having kids at the same time, service to the city. You've always been a positive, shining light in every room you walk into. And you took something that is really crappy, excuse my language, and turned it into something very heroic. And I couldn't be more proud to call you my friend.
Commissioner Joe.
Michael, I don't know if you remember years ago when I first met you. I think we were both commissioners at that time. And I came over to your office and we had quite a chat. I've never met anybody like Michael. He takes everything in his stride. Nothing bothers him. And the man is amazing. And I know you're going to come through this thing. Anything I can do, please call me. But you're an amazing guy. And it's been an honor to know you all these years.
Michael, it is an honor to serve with you, but it's also been an honor to be friends since our kids were babies together. You served this community in the beginning, you serve this community now, and you serve our entire nation when you go out and speak nationally. You thank me because I was there when I introduced you to Frederica Wilson and we started your journey of national speaking. But that was just a great coincidence that we were there. It's what you do for our entire country speaking. I know as a mom at almost 50 of 4 kids, I need to get a colonoscopy because you told me I can't leave my kids. I need to go out and do it. And you are the one who put that in my ear and said, you have to do it. So I know you reached me and you are reaching our country, and you certainly deserve this proclamation and a lot more. Thank you.
Before I turn it over to Commissioner Stern, I just want to say that a few weeks ago, we returned from our annual guys ski trip. It's 22 guys in Canada. And Michael's really the heart and soul. He really puts the trip together. And has been doing it that was about the 14th one. That was the 7th one that I had the privilege to be part of. And as I told Michael when we got back, this early detection of colorectal cancer, that's all well and good, but the way he flies down the mountain, the early detection of trees would be very helpful also, I think. So, but really you've become a great friend. We campaigned together, we got sworn in together, and we're going to keep doing this stuff together. So I called you the bravest person I know last week, and it's a perfect moniker, I think, and it's true.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. It feels like I'm leaving, like you're all saying goodbye. Your words are very emotional to me. Thank you. The support over the years have been incredible. This didn't have to happen. Colonoscopy is easy. I was scared. If I wasn't scared and I got it when I was supposed to, I probably wouldn't be giving a proclamation, probably wouldn't going around telling people, because I just didn't know any better. But knowing now that colon cancer is preventable and treatable with a colonoscopy, knowing how easy it is, I feel it's my duty to let people know, because you don't have to die from colon cancer. So I do this because I know it definitely makes a difference. And I'm going to continue doing that for as long as I live, letting people know that schedule your colonoscopy. They lowered the age from 50 to 45 for a reason. The reason is that in the next 6 years, by 2030, colon cancer will take the most lives of people under 50 than any other cancer. So it's getting younger, and they're going to lower it to 40, no doubt about it. So if you hadn't scheduled your colonoscopy, definitely do so. And how am I going to top last year's video? Thanks to my great friend Rachel, by meeting Frederica Wilson, we'll be doing a PSA in Washington, D.C. in her office. And thanks to Evan for that. And the last thing I want to say is that about a month and a half ago, I made a commitment to get a proclamation from every single municipality in Dade County. That's 34 of them. And we already got committed from 33. We're missing 1. We also got Miami-Dade County. So the entire county of Miami-Dade, the entire county has issued a proclamation, meaning that everybody, if they follow their city, are going to be aware of this. And I cannot have done this without the incredible help of my city clerk. Thank you so much, Alyssa. And thank you very much, everybody, for listening to me. I appreciate it.
Just like that, 1 second.
All right, 1, 2, 3. So just like that, more. And left. 1, 2. Perfect.
Okay. One more proclamation today. Recently, at the Ellie's Army Dirty Socks event, I proclaimed Eli Silverman Day and invited everyone here for the actual presentation of the proclamation. And I don't think it would be right for me to read the proclamation, although I guess technically I need to read the last paragraph where I proclaim it to be Eli Silverman Day. But what really should happen is the friends should come up here. I think that Cindy and Scott and Nadine and Michael should come up. There's Carson, Ethan, Avi, Max, all participate in the reading, but all the friends should come and stand here also while the proclamation is read. So don't be shy. Come on up to this podium right here. You can hold that microphone.
I'll be right here. I'll be here.
Whereas the city of Aventura lost a valued member and leader on August 11th, 2023, with the passing of Eli Silverman, also known as E-Man, who lit up a room with his big smile and kind heart.
Whereas Eli Silverman was known for his unwavering dedication to his family and friends, the Gator Nation, and the Tep Fraternity Brothers, as well as his ability to ensure that those who knew him for either a lifetime or just a moment felt equally important.
Whereas Eli Silverman's tireless efforts in fostering collaboration, innovation, and passion for entrepreneurship, sports, and zest for life have left an incredible mark on the fabric of our community, inspiring others to follow in his footsteps. Whereas February 25th, 2024 marks a significant place in the hearts of all who knew Eli Silverman and is a day deserving of recognition and celebration for the outstanding individual that Eli was by honoring his achievements and contributions. And
Now therefore be it resolved that I, Howard Weinberg, as mayor And on behalf of the City Commission of the City of Aventura, Florida, do hereby proclaim February 25, 2024 as Eli Silverman Day. Parents and family and friends, if we're going to take a giant picture, we're going to come down there with you. So if you can just line up here and we'll let the photographers figure out how they're going to do that. But let's get a nice picture with the proclamation.
Everybody just move down this way a little bit if you can, so we don't get this podium. Or at least it's not blocking anywhere. All right, look right over at me, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, item 5, consent agenda. Anything to add or remove?
No, ma'am.
I need a motion to approve. Commissioner Stern, seconded by Commissioner Friedland. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Joel,
Yes.
Commissioner Dr. Marks.
Yes.
Commissioner Stern.
Yes.
Commissioner Bloom,
Yes.
Commissioner Friedland,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cruz.
Yes.
And Mayor Weinberg.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, item 6, quasi judicial and the city attorney. I think you need to repeat it, correct?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
Go ahead.
Please be advised that the following item on the commission agenda is a zoning hearing and is quasi judicial nature. As such, the quasi judicial procedures of the city shall be invoked for this item. If you wish to object or comment upon the item, please inform the mayor when public comments are requested. An opportunity for persons to speak on the item will be made available after the applicant and staff have made their presentations on the item. All testimony, including public testimony and evidence, will be made under oath or affirmation for the quasi judicial item. Additionally, each person who gives testimony may be subject to cross-examination. If you refuse either to be cross-examined or be sworn, your testimony will be given its due weight. The general public will not be permitted to cross-examine witnesses, but the public may request the commission ask questions of staff or witnesses on their behalf. Persons representing organizations must present evidence of their authority to speak for the organization. Further details of the quasi-judicial procedures may be obtained from the clerk. And just one other thing, I guess we'll incorporate the ex-parte communication disclosure from Commissioner Friedland at the LPA into this meeting. If any other commissioner, has had any ex-parte communications, you can make that disclosure now.
I think between the LPA and now, no one's had any
Probably not.
meetings with them.
But just in case somebody
Yes.
thought of one they might have had.
If you remembered suddenly, disclose it now. Okay. I don't think, Kevin, we need to go through it again unless there's any specific questions. I'll open to the public. I don't see anyone that wants to speak. Step forward now. Okay, I'll close it to the public. Are there any commission comments?
Mayor, I believe I need to read the resolution into the
Oh,
record.
that would be nice. Thank you so much.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Aventura, Florida, granting conditional use approval to allow the sale and service of alcoholic beverages at a cocktail lounge area within Gabby by Call Me Gabby Restaurant located at 19565 Biscayne Boulevard, Unit 938 in the Aventura Mall, providing implementation and providing for an effective date.
Has a motion been made?
Not yet.
Okay, I need a motion. Commissioner Friedland and a second. This is a motion to approve, Commissioner Bloom. Okay, if there's no comment, I will ask for a roll call vote. No questions or comment? Let's do it.
Commissioner Dr. Marks?
Yes.
Commissioner Stern?
Yes.
Commissioner Bloom?
Yes.
Commissioner Friedland?
Yes.
Commissioner Joel?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Yes.
Mayor Weinberg?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, we're up to item 7. This is ordinances, first reading. If you could read the ordinance for item 7, Madam Clerk.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Aventura, Florida, amending ordinance number 2023-17, which ordinance adopted a budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year by revising the 2023-2024 fiscal year operating capital budget as outlined in Exhibit A attached hereto, authorizing the city manager to do all things necessary to carry out the aims of this ordinance and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve? Commissioner Bloom, seconded by Vice Mayor Cruz. Mr. Manager?
Thank you, Mayor. Twice a year, we do our budget amendment just to update where we are. This year, this mid-year budget amendment is in the amount of $364,376. A lot of the things you've seen already. One of them was an ambulance for Israel that the commission is sending over to support the effort in Israel at this point. I know it says 115,000. It is 140,000. That was straightened out today. We ordered the ambulance, but it is a MICU, so it is an advanced life safety thing. So that'll be straightened out. We had appropriated 150,000 for the ambulance, so it will be reflected in our budget. We purchased this Chevy Tahoe for our Public Works Director. Camilla House, we've set aside $23,000 to sponsor 2 beds for homeless people that we, will help to get off the street. And I know by speaking with the chief, it's been extremely helpful in that they're a lot more accommodating to Aventura when we do come down with somebody to bring them in, and it's almost worth thinking about a third sponsorship because it has really gone a lot better for us when we do go down there. Police department has some additional equipment. We're outfitting our 8 new police cars, and some of the expense for the equipment that goes into them was a little more than expected. So that was reflected in here, and also we repurposed a couple of PSA, police service aid vehicles, and purchased new ones for the PSA. So all that's wrapped up in here. That actually is being covered by the sale of the former SWAT vehicle, the Bearcat. So we bought one, but we sold one, and we kind of covered the expenses with that. So nothing is coming out of reserves to make these adjustments.
Fantastic. Thank you. Any commission questions or comment? Seeing none, I'll open to the public. Any public comment on this item? Seeing none, I'll close it and let's vote.
Commissioner Stern?
Yes.
Commissioner Bloom?
Yes.
Commissioner Friedland?
Yes.
Commissioner Joel?
Yes.
Commissioner Dr. Marks?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Yes.
And Mayor Weinberg?
Yes.
The motion passes.
Okay, that puts us up to item 10, reports. I have first an announcement to make, and I will read it. The public is invited for the first meeting of the planning effort known as Aventura 2050. The meeting will be conducted as an interactive charrette. This Thursday, March 7th at 6 p.m. in the mezzanine, which is right across the hall from here, the Commission Chambers. It's the 2nd floor of Government Center. This is the public's opportunity to discuss one-on-one with our planners what makes a great community and to help plan for future development. Come help prepare the city for smart growth and ensure a future that maintains Aventura as the city of excellence. If you cannot make this one, there will be another one. Tuesday, March 26th. This one will be during the day. It will be at 2 p.m. There will be a third meeting. We will determine the date later. As the planners take the public comments into account in developing planning policy proposals. You can call with any questions the city's planning division. The phone number is 305-466-8940. So this is the public's opportunity to speak, to ask, to learn, and to provide input as to our future. Thank you. Also, I want to mention, yesterday we had a very nice charity bowling event. You know, we've been a city for 29 years. We have a K through 12 now. We have nice restaurants now. We have beautiful parks, but finally, after 29 years, we've arrived. We have a bowling alley. Actually, that's not true though, as the manager knows. Point East back in the day had beautiful bowling alleys, and I think you got a tour of them recently. It's still there, not operational, I don't think at the moment, but anyway, the nice part of it is that we raised, I think, close to $5,000 for both the Aventura Police Foundation and both of our charter schools. So that was a really nice event. Three of us, myself, Commissioner Freeland, and Commissioner Bloom, were in Tallahassee last week for the first ever Israel Days in our state's capital. The flag of the state of Israel flew above the State House. The legislature passed the IRA definition of anti-Semitism, something that was done by this commission a year ago, long before October 7th, which we're very proud of. It was a wonderful moment. I was privileged to have an opportunity to speak to the attendees. And if either commissioner wants to speak further on it, please do. I just want to say one final thing, that while we were there was an event here in Aventura that, and if Commissioner Vice Mayor Cruz wants to speak on that, by all means, but that was, I say it wrong every time, Magen David Adom. The folks who, if I say it fast, you won't notice I said it wrong. The folks that we are donating an ambulance to, that's going to be shipped to Israel. And during that event, I have learned that Commissioner Billy Joel and his wife Sandra committed to also donating an ambulance, just like the city donated, were tremendously generous at that event. And I just wanted to say, wow. And on behalf of all of us, we thank you. Would you like any follow-up on Commissioner Bloom?
Just a quick note. I know you touched on it when we were in Tallahassee. It was for the first annual Israel Days at the Capitol, which in and of itself was a momentous occasion. But, being there at the same time as passing the IRA definition of anti-Semitism into the Florida legislature was a really big deal. And for me personally, I think for those of us who were there, for Commissioner Freeland and for Mayor Weinberg, witnessing the Israeli flag for the first time ever in history being flown over the Florida state capitol was just so emotional and really, really historic. And we were very privileged to be there.
Thank you. Yes, Commissioner Freeland, then Vice Mayor.
I just want to add, I agree everything with what Commissioner Bloom said and Mayor Weinberg. And also very significant was to see that the state of Florida increased its investment in Israel bonds, which our city also did. So I just want our residents to know that we are on track with the state of Florida in finding financial markers that we think are successful and for good purpose.
Thank you. Vice Mayor.
Thank you. By the way, those Israel bonds are a great investment. So it's not that not a donation. It's something that we're investing in, and it's a beautiful part of our portfolio, a very well diversified portfolio. I want to say further that I commend you, Mayor and Commissioners, for going to Tallahassee. For those of us who didn't make it, we were, as you said, very proudly representing the city at Porta Vida, where they had their annual Magenta Vida Dome event. It was a very special and meaningful event. And we were so proud, as I said. And as we sat there, Commissioner Joel kept saying, you know, this is so wonderful. And he was so emotional seeing part of it, because you got to understand, in Israel, as we all know, this is like I always like to say, this is not, we are a people in a city that's not morally confused. We understand the difference between good and bad, evil and righteousness, and light and darkness, which is why we were so proud to be one of the first cities to donate a Magenta Vida Dome ambulance. And as we're seeing this presentation, Billy asked me to go ahead and make the announcement that he and his lovely wife, Sandra, and their family were donating another one. It must be understood that since the war started, there's been a couple of dozen, there's already been 24 ambulances in Israel that were eliminated, that were destroyed by Hamas. And so every time that we give an ambulance, we are saving lives. And by the way, lives, it doesn't matter if they're Jewish or Muslim or Christian or Druze, they make no difference. They have 33,000 volunteers that will stop whatever they're doing. They're all professionals, but they stop whatever they're doing to save human lives. And I was privileged to go up and speak to the audience as we commended Commissioner Joel, and say that I'm so proud of my good friend, Commissioner Joel. I was so proud of Mayor Weinberg and Commissioner Bloom and Commissioner Friedland, who went to Tallahassee to represent us. And that really speaks highly as to who we are as a city and as a community that truly cares and is righteous and is doing the right thing. So my congratulations to you, Commissioner Joel, and to all the commission for standing strong and proud and always doing the right thing.
Thank you. At this time, we have public comment where you can speak on any issue for 3 minutes. I'm going to have the, go ahead, Commissioner.
I just want to, sorry, this is a final report. I want to announce that tomorrow night, Wednesday, will be our first in the city ever special evening recognizing International Women's Day at the Esplanade. And this special event is being put on by Esplanade and Aventura Cares, which I'm happy to say I co-founded. It is a Pink for Peace evening, a salute to the Iron Women and all they do. There will be meditation and prayers for the return of our hostages. And we welcome everyone to join us at 6:30 p.m. for a candle lighting, distribution, a ceremony, and a meditation afterwards. And this is a beautiful free event open to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, can you explain the purpose of public comment and the rules?
So each speaker has 3 minutes to present on a matter not covered already on the agenda. It's not a dialogue with the commission. It's just 3 minutes to speak about issues within the jurisdiction of the city of Aventura.
Thank you. Public comment, please come up. I see one young lady. Come up, state your name and address, please.
My name is Marge Rosenblatt. I live at 19333 West Country Club Drive, Aventura, Florida. I just wanted to add my congratulations to Michael for being the person that you always have been and always will continue to be. It is a pleasure to know you and to share part of the Aventura Marketing Council responsibilities with you. I also wanted to recognize Kimberly. Kimberly she has to be the #1 event planner in Aventura. She makes everything look so easy, but honestly, I don't know how she sleeps, if she sleeps, when she sleeps. But the concert that was a couple of weeks ago when there were other things that were going on was attended very, very well. The band was great. The music was wonderful. We had a canopy so that those of us who are sun sensitive didn't have to be out there. And it was just a wonderful way to get residents of Aventura together. We're lucky to have you. We're lucky to have Kimberly, and we're lucky to be in this city.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Yep, come on up. Name and address, please.
Good evening, honorable commission members. Can I please ask for 1 minute extension on my time?
I don't know, just keep talking and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. My name is Yuliana Vilenchik, and I'm a wife of Andrew Vilenchik and mother of
sorry.
Daniela Vilenchik.
Address, please.
My address is exempt from public record disclosure and can be provided off record.
Okay.
I hold a doctorate degree in business and currently serving as a professor of business management and sports administration at St. Thomas University, and I'm advisor at an adjunct professor within the business school at Midland University, Nebraska. I have dedicated my career to fostering excellence in education and nurturing the minds of our youth. Throughout my career, I have witnessed firsthand the importance of compassion in the admissions process. I come before you today with a heavy heart, addressing a troubling decision of the ACES Enrollment Department to not grant our family a military preference in the enrollment process. It deeply saddens me to say that the following decision contradicts with the Interstate Compact on Educational Opportunity for Military Children and Military Family Choice Program. Our daughter does qualify under the Interstate Compact as a dependent of a severely injured veteran, and both the Interstate Compact and Military Family Choice outline that a military child can enroll in the school other than he or she is assigned due to residency. Important to note that the following decision also goes against the policies stated on multiple pages on the ACES website that do not list residency as a requirement for military dependents. This decision contradicts the values of the wonderful city of Aventura and its supportive community. Aventura residents strongly advocate for our troops, recognizing and honoring the sacrifices made by military families to bring peace during times of global suffering. Today's military children and families experience unique hardships. Aside to adjusting to new living environments, they also have to cope with physical aspects of being in the military. My husband served 8 years in Marine Corps, protected our country with honor and bravery, enduring multiple deployments and sacrificing his heart for the greater good. Every other day, my husband needs to receive treatment at the VA hospital. God bless the wonderful doctors at the VA for their care. Yet, despite his sacrifices, our daughter Daniela faces unique challenges that few children her age can comprehend. Daniela, at just 4 years old, already understands the meaning of sacrifice and patriotism, witnessing her father's struggles firsthand. She knows that her father is a severely injured veteran. She knows that her father cannot do 99% of the things that the fathers of her peers can do. She knows there are certain ways she can hug her dad. Otherwise, he will be in pain. I firmly believe that Daniela will bring significant value to the exceptional ACES community. On the recent VPK testing, our 4-year-old daughter received an equivalent score that would be obtained by a student in the second month of second grade. She has a large social media community due to her achievements in sports, including tennis and martial arts. I stand before you today not only as a mother advocating for her daughter, but also as a voice for all military children who navigate unique challenges with courage and grace. By facilitating Daniela's enrollment at ACES, you will not only be honoring our military service, but also investing in the future of our community. Please ensure that Daniela and children like her can pursue their dreams without unnecessary barriers. Together, please uphold the values of fairness, compassion, and inclusivity that define our community. I kindly ask you to vote to enroll her, considering that military dependents are exempt from residency requirements and cap on student participation in the program. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you very much.
Mayor, I would ask that they see me afterwards. The proper procedure is to see the city manager if you have a dispute with enrollment, and I'll speak to you about it afterwards.
Meet
Okay?
with Ron Watson, please. He has an open door and he's very accessible upstairs in this building, so you can set up an appointment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other speakers? Seeing none, I'll close it for public comment. Any other business, commissioners? If not,
Very quickly, if I may, I just want to thank you for your service.
okay, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn, Vice Mayor Cruz, and a second, Commissioner Bloom? All those in favor, say aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned.